Hello, Bee here, and welcome back to Environmental Science. I'm about to head out on a journey. Would you like to join me? I made this super fancy hot air balloon that can travel all the way into outer space. As I journey farther and farther from the Earth's surface, I will travel through the 5 layers of the atmosphere. Want to hop in and explore with me? Okay, but before we get started, let's look at our goals for this lesson. By the end, you'll be able to describe the layers of Earth's atmosphere, discuss the components of the Earth's atmosphere, Before we start on our adventure, let's spend a few minutes defining what I mean when I say the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a mixture of gases, mainly nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and argon, that surrounds the Earth. The main role of the atmosphere is to insulate the Earth. Without it, the days on Earth would be extremely hot and the nights would be extremely cold. The composition of the atmosphere can vary slightly, but is usually made of approximately 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.93% argon, and 0.03% carbon dioxide. The remaining 0.04% is composed of trace amounts of gases such as neon, helium, methane, and ozone. The atmosphere can also have small solid particles like dust, pollen, salt, and solids from volcanic eruptions, as well as liquids like sulfuric acid from volcanic eruptions and water vapor. Now that we have learned a little about the composition of the atmosphere, ready to go for a ride? Hop on in! As we are slowly gaining altitude, or the distance above sea level, we first encounter the troposphere layer. This layer of the atmosphere is closest to the Earth, and we will stay in this layer until we are approximately 17 kilometers high. Whoa! Did you see that lightning? We should be careful when we are in the troposphere, because it is the atmospheric layer where the weather occurs. It's definitely getting chilly as we are moving farther up in altitude. This is because the warmth we felt when we were on the ground is radiation and energy being reflected from the surface. But as we move up, we are exposed to less of this energy. Ah! Duck! That was a passenger plane that just flew above us. We must be close to the top of this layer because that is where planes fly. Oh, wow. I'm starting to warm up now. How about you? As we enter the stratosphere at about 17 kilometers above the Earth's surface, the temperature starts increasing. This is due to the ozone layer absorbing the ultraviolet or UV rays from the sun. Without the ozone layer, the UV radiation from the sun would damage the cells of living things on Earth. Oh, look! Wave hello! That fighter jet went flying past us. And look over there! It's a weather balloon! It is collecting important data to share with scientists on Earth about weather forecasts and patterns. Let's keep going up in altitude. Okay, we have crossed into the Mesosphere, which begins at about 50 kilometers above the Earth, and we will stay here until we reach 80 kilometers in altitude. Before we get too far though, let's put our jackets on. This layer is the coldest of all of the layers, which is funny because it is also where we will find meteors, which to me scream heat. Wow, we are already moving out of the Mesosphere and into the Thermosphere. There must be some mistake though, because my thermometer is reading 2,000 degrees Celsius, but I don't feel hot at all. That must be because the air is so thin, which means that the space between the gas molecules is so big that they don't collide, so there is no heat transfer. I think so far this is my favorite layer. Look at all the cool things that hang out there. We have space shuttles, the International Space Station, and we can even see the Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights, because this is where they happen. At this point, we must be moving toward an altitude of 500 kilometers because we are passing the Hubble telescope, which is located on the edge of the thermosphere. Whew, we made it! The exosphere. This is the last layer of the atmosphere before we reach outer space. This highest layer is found from 500 kilometers to 10,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface and has the least amount of gas. Look at all of the satellites. This is the layer where most satellites are found. Wow, this journey has been amazing. Are you ready to return home? Let's start making our way back down to Earth. First through the exosphere, then the thermosphere, followed by the mesosphere, the stratosphere, and finally the troposphere. Wow, it feels nice to put my feet back firmly on the ground. Thanks for coming with me. It was fun exploring with you. As we went through the lesson today, we journeyed from the surface of the Earth up to the edges of outer space. We saw some cool things along the way. The International Space Station, fighter jets, and the Hubble telescope, to name a few. Our next lesson will keep our feet on the ground as we explore the biosphere. Until next time, remember, you're a force of nature, so keep sparking the changes that you want to see. I'll see you next time.
Hey, hey.